So good afternoon, everyone. And in last session, we have completed with applying the CSS in different ways. So there are 5 different categories for implementing our your CSS. And the first one was the simple selector, where we have implemented it with the help of the attribute called as a name, ID, and classes. So this was under the category called as a simple selector. The second category we have seen in the previous session, that was a combinator selector, where we have used 4 different types of symbols for the purpose of uh, applying CSS. That was a space, a greater than symbol, a plus symbol, and a negation sign. And in today's session, we have, as far as the attribute selector is concerned, that is, we have displayed in blue color. So the attribute selector, the third category, we have entered, and into this there are basically 7 ways in which we can apply or implement your CSS. So this is nothing but a type of selector that is called as attribute selector, where we can use the attribute and with the values over there, and we can assign at the runtime any type of CSS for that corresponding element. So in this previous session, we have already gone through the first and second type of attribute selector, that is just attribute in a square bracket. Second one, we have seen attribute with within a square, that is a target, that is attribute name with a value. So these 2 categories we have seen, that is just simple attribute. Second one, attribute equal to value. And we have seen an example of a target attribute of your image, and same way with the target attribute underscore blank. So this was 2 things we have seen for the anchor tag in the previous session. And in today's session, we'll see the different types of what you call as attribute selector, where it is negation equal to. So I will highlight it with some yellow color. Second one with pipe symbol with equal to. Third one with exclamation with equal to sign. Next one we'll see dollar with equal to sign. And today we'll wind up with star equal to sign. So these are the basic 5 basic symbols which are used for the purpose of applying attribute and the values for implementing CSS selector. And this comes under the category called as attribute selector. Now we first see the definition of all these 5 which we will be discussing today. The first one will be attribute. We have to specify, and this attribute with a negation equal to, the symbol will be provided between the value and the attribute. Same way, pipeline symbol and equal to symbol will be applied between attribute and values. Same with exclamation symbol, dollar symbol, and star symbol. So all these symbols will be helping us to demonstrate or to apply your CSS. Now, for what purpose this will be helping us? That is negation equal to. So select all elements with the title attribute contributes the flower. So all the elements whose title, the attribute name we are specifying. This is an example. So if a title we have given anywhere there is a flower, that will be assigned a CSS. In second example, select all attributes with a lang attribute values starting with en. So here we will be using this any keyword like en. If it is starting with en, that will be assigned the CSS value. So here the pipe symbol will be searching the en value which is present within the attribute called as a lang. Whenever he finds the name called as en, it immediately the CSS will be applied. Third one, that is select every anchor element whose href attribute values begins with https. So previously it was in this example that is in a pipe equal to the lang attribute value starting with en. So first it was starting with en, and here the values anchor tag that will contain https. Same way, dollar equal to means what? Any hypertext whose extension is .pdf. For example, we have taken .pdf. You can take any other example, .jpg, any file formats. If the file extension stands for .pdf, it will be given some highlighted effects. So dollar equal to means the end part, the extension will be searched. what do you call it, exponential equal to symbol will be searching for the first value as HTTPS, whereas pipe equal to will be searching the EN at the start. And last one, star equal to, will be helping us to choose whether the attribute value contains the what do you call it, substring W3 schools. If somewhere he finds any string that's like this. If anyone has put it my W3 schools, so it is found that my W3 schools, the W3 school is there in my W3 school. So automatically that thing will be searched. It will be identified. The element will be identified, and the CSS will be implemented. Is it clear to you? All the different types. It was a simple here. It was simple attribute. Second one was just an equal to sign. Now we are using various symbols with equal to sign, just like it in the previous we have seen. Just it was equal to sign. Now it will be with another types been added to that equal to sign. So simple equal to, negation equal to, pipeline equal to, then your exclamation equal to, dollar equal to, and star equal to. So these are the symbols which are being used in attribute selector. Is it clear to everybody? There are in all 7 types in 7 ways in which we can assign attribute. We can select the attribute of a element, and on that parameter we can apply a CSS to those element. Yes, is it clear to everybody? Shall we move further? Yes or no?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Now we'll go for the first example. Though the days have passed, but still we'll have an example of the first one, second one. All this will be explained in detail. So I'm minimizing this so that I can copy the code and I can implement. So first example, we'll go for target this one. So I'm copying the text program and we'll go for explanation what exactly we have done in over here. So file, a new, and I've pasted over here. And I'm saving this into my attribute selector. The selector into this is attribute selector, and this is nothing but my assignment 1 dot html. Okay, so it is an attribute selector and I have saved it. Now see what we have done is that we have started with doc type HTML. In HTML, we have written a head part, and into head part, we have written a style. And style sheet is very simple, where we have implemented the attribute selector. So I can give it into comment. This is attribute selector. And how this attribute is given, this anchor tag we have specified, we have identified. And if the attribute target is there, wherever there is a target called as attribute target is there, immediately the background color will be set to yellow color. Rest will not be given any effect. And in the body part, we have implemented this anchor tag in various different ways. The first one will be containing the target underscore blank. Second will be again containing a target is equal to underscore top. And these are the 2 examples. And I will again copy one more things this time. And again, I paste it. And I will not use this target is equal to top. This attribute is not being used. And down here I will say this is ibmrd.org. So I'm using this website of your institute. The same I will be specifying it in IBMRD. Okay. So 3 anchor tags are there, and each anchor tag, first 2 anchor tags are containing a target attribute, and third is not containing the target attribute. And now when I implement this, when I go for running this on a Chrome browser, what will happen is that the target attribute will be searched. One second. What has happened? Again, I will go for search it. Oh, sorry. I have put it this. So that's why it was not work. Okay. So now I'm going for running it, and you'll see wherever the target attribute is found, it will be given a green color. Why would the green color be yellow? So you see target whenever the target will be there, target attribute is applied to this Disney.com and Wikipedia.com, and that's why due to the name called target, the past or the background color will be given to the text content of Disney.com and Wikipedia. Whereas in IBM.org, we have not used the target attribute. That's why it is not showing an output for us. So this is what the output is expected whenever we are moving for execution. Is it clear to everybody? The first one, target equal to, that is the first, just specifying the attribute within your tag name. So the what do you call it? Uh, the syntax for this is nothing but attribute name within a square bracket and specified for which element it is. Okay, is it clear to everybody? This we have implemented for anchor tag. You can implement to any other tag, that is view tag or any other. Is it clear to everybody? An example that we have implemented for anchor tag. Rest you can use for any other tag, and but you have to write here the attribute you want to search it and to apply that CSS. Is it clear to everybody? Yes, no? Yes or no? Yes, I want a feedback. Move forward, I will again request for re-explanation of same code. Yes. Yes, reply getting. I think सगळे झाले. Diti, Vidya, Snehal. Yes. Komal.
Yes, sir.
अरे तुम्ही मला रिप्लाय देत जाऊ साठी. आदिती तू बोल बरं तोंडाने. आदिती.
हाँ आहे इथंच आहे सर मी.
अनम्यूट अनम्यूट yourself ना. हाँ समझ लेना. रिप्लाई
हो
जब तक नहीं देंगे तब तक मैं आगे नहीं जाऊंगा. मैं पहले बोल रहा.
हो समजलंय सर. हो
रोहिणी. रोहिणी समझ में आया. शाहरुख.
हाँ सर, यस सर.
ओके विल मूव फर्दर नाउ. आप जब तक मैं आगे नहीं जाऊंगा. मैं हर बार फिर वही समझूंगा. समझ में आएगा तभी मैं आगे जाऊंगा. ओके नाउ नेक्स्ट टाइप. Now next type is your attribute equal to, simple keyword, that is we are using equal to symbol. So I am highlighting in the yellow color. So it's very important that attribute and the values we are specified in equal to, and the bifurcation will be done with the equal sign. Now what will happen due to this is that equal to sign will selector is used to select element with a specified attribute and values only. So it will be becoming a compulsory. The specific attribute with specific values will be given on that. So for example, I will just copy and we'll go for execution. So you will find it becomes very compulsory for the user to put a specific, what you call the attribute name and specific dot, that is your specific your value. So here in this example we are specifying that the anchor tag with attribute called as a target and whose value is underscore blank, exactly whose value is underscore blank, will be given yellow color. Rest no one will be given any color. This is very simple. Only attribute with the corresponding values will be given a CSS, that is nothing but a background color, as मैं यहाँ पर लिखता हूँ purple. Okay, so we can give any color or we can set it as a font size. So anything, any font size I can say as 15 pixel. So you can give any set of size. If you want to give an underline, that is a text decoration, and say underline. It is by default it is underline. It is none बोलूंगा, यानी उसको underline नहीं आएंगी. None का मतलब होता है उसको कुछ effect नहीं आएगा. So when I go for running this one on a Chrome, see the output window will be specifying the three names, that is W3 schools and Disney. Now we have implemented the target is equal to underscore blank. This is given over here. The second, that is a Disney.com. So that will be searched, and if it is found, immediately a purple color will be set. Font size will be a 15 pixel, and we have removed that underscore. So it will be underscore will be removed. So I will be changing it to yellow color so that it will be visible for you all. So you'll see the underline is removed and the font I have removed it. So I will make it 25 so that it becomes more visible for you. See the font size is increased automatically. Though it is an anchor text, but the underline is removed. So this type of effect is implemented. It becomes compulsory for you to apply a CSS for the corresponding attribute with the corresponding value only. So it is just a compulsory way of applying a CSS to a specific attribute only. So is it clear to everybody? The second type, that is equal to symbol. Yes. Second one, that is with equal to symbol. Is it clear to everybody?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Now third one, negation equal to sign. Now this attribute selector is used to select an element with an attribute value contains a specific word. So it will search only the word. Previously, it exactly equal to, it was exactly the value should be if it is found, then only. Now it will be searched for the corresponding value. अगर उसको मिल गया तो उसको वो effect देगा. Otherwise, it will not give an effect to that content. So copying it, and I think this example we have done or not, I don't know. File new, and I'm pasting over here. So this is assignment 3.html, and I think we have completed it. So wherever the name flower comes, though we have used sun space flower or it's just a flower, and here we have used a grass. We'll see whether it is executing or not. I think we need to make some changes over here. JPG. Okay, the images are not found. 1 second, I will just search for the images where I have stored it. D drive. I need to copy the path. HTML5 into this selectors combination selector. Okay, it is there. So I will just paste the path in front of the source. So exact location will be set, and मुझे इतना कुछ देने की जरूरत नहीं है. So मैं ये D drive भी निकाल देता हूँ. Now it is common for HTML also. ये भी निकाल देता हूँ. देखते क्या होता है. Same I'm watching it in my assignment, so I'm refreshing the page. No, it is not there. So it requires a whole path. So again, it is JP flower 3. Okay, it's flower 3. So see, the images are bit identified, and wherever the word flower comes, automatically it will be given a border thickness and background, that is a border color with a yellow color, because it has specified that the border will be set to the title wherever they found the name called as a flower. So here it is there in sunflower, the title is been searched. So see the title where they found at least somewhere there is a flower word. So that is been searched, and immediately it is applying that CSS, that is a 10 pixel solid and yellow color border being set to that corresponding images. So we can apply to do any other attribute also. So this is nothing but a searching for the values which are been written in front of the equal to sign. So if it is found, so it will be given. Grass don't contain the text called as a flowers. That's why there is no output. There is no border for this one. Yes, is it clear to everybody? Yes.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Now the next one. Next one will be your pipe symbol and equal to. Left hand side will be the attribute. I will highlight with some color, and right side will be the value in double quote. If you don't use double quote, then only they'll also it will be executed. Now you have to write this into a square bracket. Now here in this example, I want to specify that I was in this example equal to sign was given. Now here we have made it compulsory that anchor tag with target only. Here in this example, I have not given any type, what you call as a tag name. You can write the image also, no issue, because we have used this image, so you can restrict to image itself. If you don't write, still it will be searching. The square bracket will be searching that title attribute only and the corresponding values only. Now we'll move for this example, that is exclamation, what you call negation sign equal to. What exactly it means that the selector is used to select the element with an attribute value containing a specific word. Containing. Previously it was compulsory. In this example, it was compulsory. Now in this negation sign, it was a specific word. Now we are in what you call as a pipe symbol equal to. Here you will find that selector is used to select an element with a specific attribute starting. The word starting is most important. Starting with a specific value. So start should be the starting word should be matched. Then only it with the values will be assigned. So I am copying this text content, and you will see wherever the keywords are be found, then only it will be applying the CSS. So third example, Control S. This is my assignment number 4.html, and I have saved it. And you'll see I have searched the keyword called as a class attribute, and this pipe symbol equal to will be searching at least somewhere there should be a top. Somewhere there should be a top. Whenever they found a top, automatically the thing will be there. Now here we have used three different types of top. Here top hyphen header. Here we have written top hyphen text, and here we have used top container. There is no space, there is no hyphen sign, and we have implemented to different what you call as elements. So all different types of elements we have used. So that's why here we have not given anything. So I am running this example on your Chrome. You'll find wherever the top is there, it will be searched and it will be applied. Now you'll see the top hyphen is being searched, but the top content is a single word. So it is not allowing. If I want to apply to only P only, that is only for P, and when I refresh it, you will find only P will be searched and it will be assigned. If I am saying I want to apply to H1 only, then only H1 will be given for the wherever they found that H1 tag with class as an attribute and the value as top will be assigned the value. So I'm refreshing it, you will see automatically the H1 header will be given. And if you want to make it generic, don't give the name of any of the element, just keep it empty, and you'll find it can be implemented to any type of element at the runtime. You see, it is applicable to H1 also. Now it is applicable to P also. So if you want to restrict, if you want to add a constraint, you can add a constraint. That is, you want to be a very specific about, you want to give this effect to only H1 tag, use only H1 tag. You want to use this effect only to the paragraph tag, P tag, you give the name of P tag. So if you're not giving the name, then it will be searching for all the values whose name is top and who contains this top in their name. So here we have seen. In previous example, it was again searching anywhere. It was searching anywhere. Here it is being searched at the top should be the first keyword. The first text content should be are being searched. So that's why it is called. So this symbol is nothing but searching the first element. So it will be searching whether the top value we have assigned is at the starting point or not. तो ये हमें बहुत इंपॉर्टेंट होता है कि जब हमें पहले कीवर्ड से सर्च करना होता है. Is it clear to you? The pipe symbol and equal to symbol? Yes or no?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Now we will next move to this one, that is exclamation symbol, and I will denote it with the yellow color. Left hand side, again the constraint called as attribute and the values on the right hand side. Now what this will be helping us is that this attribute exponential symbol equal to value selector is used to select element whose attribute value begins with a specific value. अब पहले वाले में क्या था? Attribute starting with a specific value, it is nothing but beginning with a specific value. Now what is the difference between two? We'll have an example and you'll see how it will be somewhat different. Now the previous example, same thing, but what we'll do is that we'll change the symbol. So I will just copy it on a new file and I will paste it and I will say it as assignment 5. So as5.html, and the same code is there. There is no change. Only this symbol has been replaced with this pipe symbol. So there is previous example that was a pipe. Now in this example, I have used the exponential symbol. And now when I go for execution, you will find it will search a top word, and wherever it found the top word, it will be applied to that corresponding element. So I'm executing it on a Chrome, and you'll see it is applied to all. It is applied to all. And here also you can specify that if you want for P, you can put a P over here and you just refresh it. It will be applied. No, it is being applied. No, here it is searching all. It is not considering the specific elements to be added. तो आप अगर यहाँ पर P लिखो, H1 लिखो, कुछ भी लिखो, ये दोनों में डिफरेंस है. तो यहाँ पर if you are using this one, it will be applied whomsoever the attribute, the value, wherever they found a top word, it will be applied. Whereas in this sign, it was applied, but you can restrict it to P tag or H1 tag. But here you cannot restrict anything. So you cannot say that I want only for H1. If you want only for H1, then you can use this pipe symbol equal to symbol. If you don't want, you want make it generic, you can use like this symbol. And if you write anything, nothing will happen. So this is what the difference is between the pipe symbol and your exponential symbol. Is it clear to you, everybody? Yes or no?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Now the next one. This is dollar equal to. Now dollar equal to is a symbol which is again with the same thing, that is a left attribute on the left hand side and values on the right hand side. And you have to specify this attribute within a square brackets. Now here what will happen is that the selector is used to select an element whose attribute value ends. This you have to keep in mind. Whose attribute value end with a specific value. Whose attribute value ends with a specific value. For example, we'll see this is a class and I want to search at the end, there should be a word called as a test. And whenever it is found, the background color will be changed to yellow. So you will see the classes attribute are there. So previously the class attributes are found in div, this div tag, another div tag, another div tag, and another p tag. And at the end, they are searching for test. So wherever there is a test, it will be assigned the background color. So I'm copying it. And this is a tail, what we call as end tail search. We are searching from the tail at the back end. From this, we are searching from the last point. So it is assignment 6.html. And you see the same class attribute with test. So it is searching a test keyword. See, we have searched it here, test. Again, here there is a test. And as an output, when we see, you will find first one is given, third one is given because there is a test. And again, in the P last one paragraph, there is again a test. So it is searching from the last end. Now I want to make it compulsory to the P tag only. So if I write a P tag and I search it and see, only corresponding element will be given that CSS. Other will be not be considered. Though there is a test been found everywhere in div tag and also in P tag, but it has been applicable to only P tag. So if you check it, if you go for executing this type of application, if you go for implementation, then only you will identify how this attribute selector will be used. Is it clear to everybody how we are assigning this dollars equal to? This is nothing but searching a value from the end. At the end कहाँ पर तो भी उसको टेस्ट नाम उसको दिखना चाहिए, लास्ट में होना चाहिए, बीच में नहीं चाहिए, स्टार्ट में भी नहीं चाहिए, लास्ट में चाहिए वैल्यूज में. Is it clear to everybody? Just like this, test is at the end, test is at the end, and here also test is at the end. So everywhere the three values will be given background color as yellow. Yes, is it clear to everybody? Yes or no?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Now the last attribute, that is star equal to. Star equal to, again with the same syntax, left hand side attribute, right hand side value. And now what is the difference between this is that the selector is used to select the element whose attribute value contains, not at the start, not at the end, but somewhere the value he found that value. Just like example, if somewhere they found a word called the TE in the class attribute, there the background color will be set to yellow. So you will see the class contains, there are 4 different types of same attribute. There is class attributes been applied to div tag, first, second div tag, third div tag, and P tag paragraph. and you will find the TE word is somewhere here also, first here. Second, there is no TE. There is nothing here in second. Third, there is again a TE. Third, again there is a TE. So wherever he finds the TE word, it will be applied. So I'm copying the text code and I'm pasting in my last assignment of this, what you call as attribute selector. So new, I'm pasting it and saving it as assignment 7.html, and you'll find when we go for running this one, you'll find it will be searching all the elements whose attribute contains TE, and you'll find TE is present in the div tag first, TE is present in the third div tag, and TE is present in P, that is paragraph tag. Now I want to again restrict it to P only. We'll see how it will be applicable. So again, it has been applicable. Okay, just like a previous example, it was applicable to, you can make it to a specific element also just by adding the element name. Same way here also you can make it specified to the specific element only, but the intention is somewhat different. Here $sign will be searching at the last, star symbol will be searching somewhere it contains, if that word, then immediately that will be identified and that will be assigned the corresponding style sheets. Is it clear to everybody? Yes or no?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
So this, okay, in today's session, we have completed with the second type, that is, I want to specify, that is nothing but your third one was, that was attribute selector. We have selected, we have used it, and there are 7 different types of attribute selectors you have to keep in mind. As far as simple selectors, we have seen there was 3 different ways, that is name, ID, and class. In combinator selectors, we have used 4 different types of symbol, that was a space, greater than plus, and negation sign. And when we move toward the attribute selector, here there was a square bracket, and into square bracket, we have searched for different symbols, that is simple target, that is simple attribute, attribute with some values with denoted with equal to, negation equal to, pipe equal to, exclamation equal to, dollar equal to, and star equal to. Star equal to means it contains, somewhere it contains. So I will be highlighting the word called as contains. So here it will, somewhere if he finds contains that word, it will be assigned the values. Whereas what you call $sign means what? Somewhere at the end, if the value is found, there will be assigned the, what you call as a CSS. Exclamation equal to, or the exponential equal to, wherever the reference value begins with. So there the word begins is most important. And in EN, that is what you call as a pipe equal to, that is nothing but at the start, the word, the value should be searched, and if it is found, then only the CSS will be added. Whereas negation equal to contains the word, again the containing the word, attribute containing the word. Yes, this was exactly what is the attribute selector is. Yes, everyone is clear with this attribute selector now?
Yes, sir.
Okay, shall we move further now for the third type, that is pseudo class selector?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
Now we are in the next pseudo class selector. Now we have completed the first one, we have completed the completer selector, we have completed the attribute selector. Now the focus area is only the 2 types of selectors we are still pending. That is, one is pseudo class selector and second one is pseudo element selector. Among these 2, we will be starting with the first one, that is pseudo class selector. And it's a huge list I want to specify, that you will see the huge examples we have to carry out. Now the first one out of which we'll move further. Now what is exactly the word pseudo means? What exactly the word pseudo means? Can anyone tell me whether you have used the pseudo classes in your anchor tag somewhere else? Now this question is asked in interviews. I want to specify this. This is been asked in interviews. So now see, there are 3 ways, there are ways of applying a CSS. One is a class, that is denoted with $sign. Second one is ID, that is denoted with this symbol. I think so. This is clear to everybody. Okay. Yes. These are the 2 ways where you can, in the way you can apply a CSS. Is it clear to everybody? सबको पता है ये 2 तरीके से हम CSS apply कर सकते हैं. एक होता है क्लास, दूसरा होता है आईडी. यस.
Yes.
Yes, sir.
ओके. Now you can apply this for which type of tags? ये कौन से tag को आप apply कर सकते हैं? You can apply to p tag, you can apply to div tag, you can apply to span tag, you can apply to h1 tag, h1 की series h6 तक आप सबको apply कर सकते हैं. You can apply to any tag except anchor tag. So class and IDs can be applied to any tag. I think so. It can be applied to anchor tag also. No issue about the anchor tag. So you can apply to this tag. You can apply to the anchor tag. You can apply to sub tag, then super tag, then bold tag, then italic tag. Huge number of lists. All tags can be assigned a CSS with the help of this way that is called the class and ID. This is one technique. Okay, and you'll see the class name is specified with the period. There is dot symbol. We call it as a period. Now, if you want to use something, a special type of CSS you want to apply, these are not, you are not writing a code for this directly. It is just an event generated CSS. Whenever the event is generated, then only the CSS will be applied. This we call it as a pseudo. The word, what is the meaning of pseudo? Pseudo means inherent, अंदर से, बाहर से कुछ नहीं, अंदर से. Internally it has been getting executed. Now here the symbol used for pseudo classes is nothing but a colon. Now this is applied to only anchor tag. Why anchor tag? Because anchor is a reference, and whenever we are writing anything into this, so just like for example, I want to specify this into anchor. So I'm saying href is equal to double quote, that is www.ibmrd.org, and here I'm specifying it into my anchor tag like this, anchor /a, and here say I will say that click to go at IBMRD website. That's very happily. And when I save this and when I run this, you will find there is an anchor tag. And see, when I click on this, the website will be opened automatically. So it is searching for the website, and that automatically the website will be open. Yeah, I need to specify. This is not href, this is src. So, no. I need to write some http colon to / and then only it will be moving. So see, due to HTTP, it has now moved to the website. So it is searching the website, and now the website is open in front of me. Okay. Now, whenever I'm using this one, so for writing a CSS, pseudo things is being used. So what is the pseudo thing? I want to specify it into style sheet. So style, I'm writing into style sheet. So it is always written like a colon hover, HOVER. This is one of the CSS, hover. So how it is, I want to set as background. So I will be increasing the font. So font size colon 25 pixels. That's it. Okay. और मैं इसको कलर भी चेंज करना, जैसे मैं इसके ऊपर आएंगे तो सो कलर colon green. So when I run this, I need to close this skeleton also. I have not closed the style. The website is not running. So now it is refreshed. So it is website is there. When I see the hover effect, when I move a mouse over it, automatically the font size is increasing and the background, the color of this text is changed to green color. So this effect is this is applied to anchor tag only, and we call it as pseudo class. Okay, are you clear with pseudo? The word meaning pseudo, and you see how we've seen given it as the anchor tag colon hover. So this is one of the pseudo class. Yes. Now what I'll do is that I will search some of the ready-made code in which I have written into your assignments. Okay. 1 second. Let me do searching here. Sudo classes in CSS. 1 second. Do a search for. Now see this effect. So I am copying this effect, and you'll see. So this type of CSS you can write over here. So I have pasted over here. So wherever there is linking, the color will be somewhat like this. When it is visited, it is like this. When it is hover, the effect is like this. And when it is active, the effect is like this. So I'll move for executing this on my browser. So what I do is that रन नहीं होगा ये मेरे ख्याल से, क्योंकि मैंने वहाँ पर देखो सी by default. So मैं यहाँ पर थोड़ा color change करता हूँ. So if it is link, it should be what we call as a blue in color. And here if it's visited, it should be maroon. If it is hover, it should be green. And when it is what we call active, it should be yellow. When I refresh it, by default, you will see the link that is maroon. Already I have visited, that's why. So as soon as I move towards it, you'll find the color is changing to green. When I click it, the yellow color has came and gone immediately. So see, when I click it, 1 second, when I click it, the milliseconds effect is there. See this, the yellow color has pinked and it has moved towards the website. So this all types we call as a pseudo classes. So in all, there are 4 types of pseudo classes. One is A:link, second one is A:visited, A:hover, and A:active. Now what is this active means what? Currently, whenever you are clicking it, this part will be executed. Whenever you are moving a mouse over it, it is nothing but a hover effect. Whenever you are visited, by default, you have found that it is the name like this. It is already there in your what you call as in your history of your browser. It will be by default a maroon. You search it on Google anywhere. अगर आप कुछ सर्च कर रहे हैं गूगल में, आप देखेंगे आप जो भी वेबसाइट को विजिट किया तो आपको वो हर बार मरून कलर से डिफाइन करता है, मरून कलर उस पर दिखाई देता है हमेशा. And whenever you want to link it, it will be by default will be in a blue color. So you can give an effect over there using this classes. We call it as a pseudo classes. And you see here we have just not used any attribute. Here we have not used any values. Here we have not searched for a text content which is written into it. Directly the anchor tag with the colon value. And this is nothing but a pseudo class. Is it clear to you what is a pseudo class?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Now we'll move for the pseudo classes which are there written into your CSS. Now pseudo classes means ध्यान में रखना है कि whenever there is a colon symbol जहां पर आता है वहां पर उसको बोलना है that is pseudo. The pseudo class is used to define a special state of an element. So special state, ये states होते हैं, जैसे anchor tag का हमारा ये state था उसका. So the style and element when your mouse move over it. So this can be applied for the style where whenever your mouse is moving over it. It can be applied when a style visited and unvisited a link differently. And third one, style and element when it gets focus. So whenever you are concerned about the effect like mouse moving over the text content. Now previously in HTML, what you call CSS 1 and 2, this pseudo classes were only implemented to your anchor tag only. Now the scope has increased. Now you can implement these pseudo classes to any other element. So we'll see an example. Now see how this is being used. So just like this example that is we have seen here, that is the pseudo active. You see this pseudo that is anchor:active. So see this is one of the CSS. So previously pseudo classes contains only 4 types of CSS. That is 4 type of pseudo classes. That is link, that is anchor colon link, anchor colon visited, anchor colon hover, and anchor colon active. So these were the only 4. Now you will see in this example, you will see the huge list is being provided, huge list. So we'll have these examples in today's session. We'll start today itself and we'll see how we can implement this into real life scenario. Okay. ये मेरे को एक एग्जांपल लेना था, वो बाद में लूंगा ना. फिलहाल हम ये एग्जांपल देखेंगे हाउ वी हैव ऑलरेडी यूज्ड दिस इन anchor tag for that is active. Now we'll see in the real life scenario how it will be implemented. So I'm closing this, and how the first pseudo class that is active is being used. Now how it is written, it is example is given, that is anchor tag, compulsory it should be anchor tag, pseudo symbol, that is colon, and the name called as active, it should be the same name. I'm copying the code and I'm pasting over here into my new assignment. So file, new, and Control D. I am saving it into HTML5 selector, and now next one. Next folder I am creating, that is pseudo class. PSEUDO, pseudo class. And this is nothing but my assignment 1.html. And you see in this example, this is anchor tag, and here there is an anchor tag that contains 2 URL. One is for W3 School and another one is Wikipedia. And we'll see how this active will be helping us. So we have given setting a color to yellow. So when I run it, you'll find by default, so see the yellow color came and gone. So when I click on it, automatically the color yellow background was changed. And see, is it visible to everybody? And now I'm zooming it. And you see, I'm clicking on this one. You see, so for some milliseconds, the color will be changed to yellow. See this. Was it visible to everybody? Yes?
Yes, sir.
This yellow color?
Yes, sir.
No, no.
Okay. देखो फिर से एक बार दिखा रहा हूं मैं. I'm clicking this W3 schools. See this? So see, now I'm shown you, just I have clicked it, and now I'm, so as soon as your button is being pressed and it is kept, now it is waiting, and as soon as I leave the button, it will be moving my control to that corresponding URL and the website will be open. So this is nothing but the active. Is it clear to you? Is A colon active? Yes. माउस क्लिक करने के बाद छोड़ने तक का जो टाइम होता है उसको हम एक्टिव बोलते हैं, because I am exactly clicking that one and still my mouse button is being pressed, and as soon as I release that button, the activity stops. There is nothing but the initial part will be, the execution will immediately stop. The pseudo class will be starting also and will be ending also on their own. That's why it is called as a pseudo class. Is it clear to everybody? The first pseudo class, that is anchor colon active. Yes.
Yes,
First
sir.
one.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
Now second one, colon checked. Colon checked is the name of the, what you call a pseudo class. It is one of the pseudo class. Now I am copying the code and we'll move for the execution. And you see, this is nothing but assignment2.html. I'm saving it directly. And you see what we have done is that we have used this input for, we are not restricted to the anchor tag. Now we are using for the input tag also. So input tag. Now see, there are different types of input tag over here. I have used a radio button. One will be specifying gender male, second radio button that will specify the female, and 2 check boxes that I have a bike, and second one I have a car. So 2 check boxes and 2 radio buttons. Now as soon as I say that I checked, so when I check it, automatically the height and width of that corresponding element will be increasing. Now what is the corresponding elements? Either it may be a radio button or it may be a checkbox. Any element can, the height and weight will be increased. So I'm running this application and you will see by default, see the value means what? It is checked. By default, it is checked. So when I click on female, the female font size is increasing. Okay. So it's toggling. This is toggling effect. So see, the font is been increased. So if I don't use this check, nothing will happen. So this will be by default. There will be nothing. I just want to specify it. So by default, it will be like this. When I click on mail, the font size will be increased. When I click on any, this is radio button. So this there is a toggling because I have given the same name. So that's why either it will be male or a female. And when I use this for a select checkbox, so first checkbox selected that I have a bike, and second checkbox selected I have a car. So is it clear to you? The second one, that is a checked. Yes.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Automatically you can give an effect. That is, the font size can be increased or some colors can be set. Okay. Now next one. Checked ho gaya. Now disable. Third type of pseudo class selector. Third type of pseudo class. Then I'm not talking about pseudo element, it is pseudo class. So pseudo class element, that is again we'll be setting at input. This is an example, that is I will be applying to the input box. So input colon disable. This is the way of writing the CSS, and into this you can assign whatever values you want to set. So I'm copying it. Same way there is a colon enable also. So we'll move for that example in later part. So still file new, and I'm pasting over here, and I'm saving it as assignment3.html. And see what is there. We have written very simple code. Input, wherever there is a type is equal to text box, means this here here I am restricting the attribute. The previous one, attribute selector, square bracket means attribute. Attribute name is type, whose name is text. So whatever text boxes are there, if they are enabled, the background color will be, I will be setting it as what do you call as the color देते हम cyan color देंगे, no problem. Okay, cyan color. Whenever it is enabled, and whenever it is disabled, I will set some different color. So it should be, I said we will set it as a red color. So disable यानी जो red color में background में red color होगा वो हमारे disable input type से text box है, और जिसके background में gray color है वो by default enabled है. So here I have created two text. The first name, the input type is text box, and that contains a value called as a Mickey. Second text box that contains a value called as a mouse. And here I have used one more country, that is input type text disable. Here I have used the disable keyword. Disable is equal to disable, assigning the same value to that corresponding attribute, and I have set some value. So automatically it will be disabled, not made. You cannot add something into this. And wherever it is disabled, the background color of that text box will be in red color. So see, when I run it on Chrome, you'll see the three text boxes are there. Here I can change the name because it is enabled. It is ready for accepting the value. Whereas the Disneyland, I cannot change it. I cannot change it. I'm pressing my keyboard buttons. Nothing is there. I cannot do because it's disabled. So wherever there is a disable, whichever text box it found at disable, it will, you can assign those values to that. So this attribute can be searched over here. Yes, is it clear to you?
Yes, sir.
Yes. Oh, ये disable वैसे enable भी है, this one. Just like this, enable. अगर मैंने यहाँ पर बोल दिया enable is equal to double quote में enable, so we can assign those value. So again, same example, but I'm removing this disable part. 1 second, it is enabled. Okay, so here it is enabled. So there is no disable. So if I say disable, you can make it any changes. So enable and disable are the same things. So you can search an element, that is an input element, with the attribute called as a enable also, and with the attribute called as a disable also. And this is nothing but a pseudo class. And you can apply a CSS at the runtime, that is at the time of execution. Is it clear to everybody? The enable and disable? Yes.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
I think how many we have completed now? 4 examples we have completed. Now we'll stop with the fifth last one, and then after that we'll be stopping this example. The empty one. Now this is nothing but empty. If there is nothing into your P tag, it will be assigned some border size. So I am copying this part, and how this will be applicable to your what do you call as your different sets of elements. So that just like it is a P tag. So I'm moving for the another example new and pasting over here and assignment as4.html, and you see whenever I'm using this empty, I'm assigning the width and height and a background color. So here I will changing the color to somewhat what is an gray color. Okay. So there is one P tag, first one that doesn't contain any text content. Second P that contains some text. Third P that contains some text. And when I say this one, this means wherever there a paragraph do not contain any text, the width and height should be set. So that corresponding P, that a paragraph should be assigned with some paragraph with some background color. Now see, there are 3 types of P, and only backgrounds can be set to the first paragraph. And with this 100, height is 20. I can set it to 120. So if I want to make it more precise, so you can set a size, empty size. So it can search any paragraph. Pseudo class will be used for searching also, and after searching, it can assign those values also. So that is nothing but empty. If there is nothing into this paragraph tag, that is empty. If I'm applying a space and I'm saving it, see this, it has been removed. Because space is again something, space is still something is there in that. So that's why there is not it is not an empty. If there is nothing, then only, if there is nothing, then only the CSS part, that is the width, height, and background color will be set. Otherwise, it will remain as it is. Is it clear to you? Yes or no?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Now you see, we have completed today a pseudo classes, and we have seen an example of pseudo classes that was previously used for the anchor tag, that was nothing but your hover, then it was linked, it was visited, and it was active. These were the 4 pseudo classes. Now another extra pseudo classes which are added. Active was there previously in anchor. New, that is checked, disable, empty, and unchecked. We have already completed in today's session. Rest in tomorrow's session, or tomorrow there is a webinar. So on Monday, we will be starting with a first child, first of type, focus, hover, in range, invalid, language, last child, last of type, link, not selector, nth child, nth last child, nth last of type, nth of type, only of type, only child, optional. So this will be covered. That out of range is also there. Out of range, read only, read write, required, root, target, valid, visited. So this much of list is still pending. Yes. So ample number of examples we need to do. I have already shared with you the notes of this chapter up till pseudo classes. I am expecting that you should go for executing this example. Any doubts? 1 second, I want to take an attendance. Yes, any doubts to anybody as far as the code is concerned? I have made it more simple so that everyone can understand what is the meaning of that pseudo clauses or something else like that. Yes, any doubts, any question? आरती, दीपाली, देवयानी बोलतच नाही. देवयानी काहीतरी बोल.
Yes, sir.
समजलं ना?
Oh.
ममता,
Sir.
Pooja, are you getting everything? Rohini,
Yes, sir.
Shabnam,
Yes, sir.
Shobit,
Yes, sir.
नेहल
Yes, sir.
ओके आणि तेजस आणि वैष्णवी
Yes.
Yes, sir.
ओके सो नो डाऊट फ्रॉम युअर साइड सो जास्त बंबार्डिंग मी काय करत नाही विल स्टॉप फॉर टुडे सेशन अँड विल मीट ऑन मंडे